I'm Darcy, welcome to an absolutely gorgeous afternoon, and you're watching Combustion Inc. After an absence of what seems like an absolute eternity, my Polo GTI is back. And today, I thought I'd show you guys 5 things I love about my Polo GTI. Now, some of the features on my list are pretty obvious, but there are quite a few unique quirks and USPs that not many people know this car has. So, let's get to it. So, let's get started with my number one favorite thing about my Polo GTI, and that would have to be, sorry about that awful speed hump. Number one would have to be the, wow, as I was saying, number one would have to be the engine and slash the sound. The 1.4 litre twin charged engine in this Polo GTI produces 130 kilowatts or around 180 horsepower and 250 newton meters of torque. And that doesn't seem like a whole lot when you consider the power outputs that the mega hatches of today are putting out. But let's not forget the Polo GTI is front wheel drive, whereas the mega hatches of today are all four-wheel drive, apart from, say, the Honda Civic Type R. Giving those sorts of figures to a front-wheel drive Super Mini is a pretty tough ask, but clearly Volkswagen have done a fantastic job at engineering this car's powertrain. You really just have all the confidence in the world that if you put your foot on the throttle, you are going to have power no matter the gear or the revs. And that constant linear delivery of power really inspires confidence not only on the racetrack, but also just day-to-day commuting. For example, if you're stuck behind a truck on the freeway, you have the confidence in this car that you will overtake him no problem. Which brings us swiftly on to number 2 on the list, which is usability, how easy it is to use this car on a day-to-day basis, which is what I do. This is my daily after all. It's so easy to maneuver this thing around town, and it's almost got like a dual personality. You just put it over to manual mode, you drop a few gears, and it's just a completely different beast, and you really do have to be on your toes. But tying into what I was talking about earlier, because the power output of this car isn't gargantuan, you can use all the power all the time, and I have mentioned this in one of my videos before. But that doesn't make it any less fun, because you can just put your foot down and you have all of it straight away. Thirdly, let's talk about handling. Now, being a Super Mini, this car is already stupidly easy to maneuver. But Volkswagen have given this car a really, really nicely weighted steering feel, and there is almost zero play in the steering rack. It just ducks and weaves, and it's just so easy and so much fun to just drive around town. Number 4, and probably an interesting one, has to be the seats. Now, this might seem like a mundane one, but fundamentally, it's where you are every time you drive your car. Being the GTI, obviously this has sport bucket seats with your classic tartan inserts. But not only are they extremely comfortable and also quite plush, they also hug you quite nicely when you're going around bends. And on top of that, both front seats actually come with these hidden storage drawers underneath the seats, and they actually fit quite a few things in there, and they're very handy for hiding things. And lastly, my 5th favorite thing about my Polo GTI is the build quality. Now, this may come as no surprise because this car is unmistakably German. Everything is exactly where you'd expect it to be. It's all meticulously put together. But what baffles me is the quality of the materials in a $30,000 car. I mean, there are some hard plastics here and there, but the whole dashboard is this really nice soft touch material, and the wheel's actually quite plush, the leather on the top, on the ones on the side are obviously a little bit firmer, but that's where your hands go, so that would make sense. Nothing feels flimsy or cheaply made, it feels extremely dependable, and that is a huge compliment you can pay to a sub $40,000 car.